let's not get so easily distracted by the world that we forget about God and His goodness. Top of the morning to you. When we read Psalm 107 with the eyes of love and of determination to come to know God better, the psalmist encourages us to get excited about the good things about God, more than how we get excited for what the world has to offer. Verse 1, "Oh, give thanks to the Lord, for He is good. His mercy and love endure forever." Verse 2 through 7 documents some of the good things. He delivered them from the enemy, and He gathered them from the four corners of the earth to the promised land. The psalmist encourages us to praise the Lord and tell about His goodness, love, and wonderful works publicly rather than risk forgetting. The more we value what God does for His children over what the world has to offer, the more God satisfies us. Verse 9. Those that choose to forget, ignore, and just plain old disobey God's truth, risk verse 12, where God humbled their hearts with hard labor, making them stumble and fall with no one to help. Verse 13 reassures us if we do fall into this situation and we cry out to the Lord in our trouble, God will save us out of our distresses. Verse 14, He will bring us out of darkness and the shadow of death and break open the bonds that hold us. In other words, when we cry out for the Lord, He breaks us out of darkness by using the light of His truth. Simultaneously, the lies that hold us prisoner are exposed and we get delivered. Verse 16, God has broken the gates of bronze and cut the bars of iron apart. These are the lies that we get deceived by the enemy with. God shatters these lies and we get freedom. Verse 15, if only men would give God praise and glory. Why is this mentioned so many times? Because we tend to forget these things about God too easily as we get distracted by the things of this world. Instead of living by faith, we live by sight. Verse 17 through 18 says, these people are fools who, because of their transgressions and iniquities, which is sin with no fear of God, draws them near to the gate of death. But even then we can still cry out to the Lord and He will deliver us. How? Verse 20, God sends forth His word, His truth, and He heals and rescues those from the pit of destruction. The psalmist gives several more examples of how man in his pride gets humbled by God in a variety of ways. Yet when he cries out, God is there to rescue him. Verse 43 tells us, if we learn from these lessons, we are wise. His last piece of advice is to avoid all these traps. Diligently consider God's mercy and love. The word of encouragement today is let's get laser focused on that last bit of advice. Diligently pursue God's mercy and love. That means that keep these in mind more than the things of this world. We will avoid falling for lies that seek to kill, steal, and destroy us. We will be open to receive the light of truth that God sends us to keep us free. Have a great day.